Some images of the sun with a polarized lens. Thanks for the support, everyone. Thanks for coming back to the channel and for the interest. A lot going on this week with all the storms, and we're going to talk a little bit about that because it's something incredible that for the first time in many years I was able to witness, and that is the tangling. What is tangling? It's tangling, crossing, or reorganizing of magnetic fields, lines near sunspots, and that's what we're looking at. The surface of the sun's incredibly magnetic, okay? I mean, like really magnetic. It has electrically charged gases that create areas of powerful magnetic forces. These areas are called magnetic fields. This is the size of about 14 or 15 Earths. Just to let you know, 2013, NASA had shown some sunspots that were the size of 6 Earths, and it's still just those smudges that you're looking at. This is totally active. But now let's go see the sun. Yesterday I went outside and obviously to film the sun. I wasn't in the basement, and there is that charge that you can see and nothing else. It's magnetic. That's what it is, and on the bottom too. So the sun is still very active, and again, the reorganizing of the magnetic fields is what's going on, and that could be very devastating to Earth. Obviously, it's causing a lot of precipitation, could make storms a lot stronger than they are, and those are the two spots yesterday that I was able to see on the sun. So surprisingly, and for me, for the first time filming so often and seeing the sunspots, I can say that they're definitely roaming around the sun a lot. They change positions quite a bit, and the size of the solar flares I was able to witness the first time by chance I decided to film the sun. That was luck, definitely a lot of luck. So look this week at what's going on. There are a lot of storms, right? 8.3 magnitude earthquake in Alaska just a couple hours ago. I believe that the more solar flares there are going to be, well, the more we're going to see storms, obviously, on Earth. And don't forget, there's a whole bunch of other things that come into consideration. It pulls things into the solar system. This is a recent capture, weeks ago. And it's pulling things in because of the magnetism, the aligning of all those fields on the surface of the moon, causing the solar flares and then coronal mass ejection. So that's dangerous for geomagnetic storms. So we've yet to see the grid go down, hopefully not, obviously. So look how similar this object is to the object I got the summer preceding, right before, and which was, by the way, 9 hours after Bereshit supposedly landed on the moon. This object was captured, and I caught it with a 14-inch telescope. Now check it out. It's an object that's obviously bent at one end, so it is turning in the wind, right, as it's going downwards, or for whatever the reason, it's out of control, right? But this is the object that I showed having that flame at the back before it crashed. When you look at something in ultra slow motion, like really slow, you see a whole bunch of other details, and I mean like loads of details. A lot of people say it looks so much like Oumuamua. It's honestly near the exact shape.
Let's see, that is huge.
So this is a ball, a sphere in the sky that I'm filming with a regular camera, okay? And then we're going to transfer over to the infrared one. Again, they're getting lower and lower in the sky as they come towards the house.
There's sparkling lights around it too. Whoa. This is with a regular camera, y'all. Let me change it into infrared.
I'm always lucky enough to get the chance. So now we're looking at it in infrared. This is the same one that was in color that we saw before with the greenish hue around it. There's sparks of light around it and also sparks further out around it. and watch what it will do. Again, each of these lights have different characteristics. They're similar, obviously, and you'll see another one will meet up at the same time before I finish filming this one. Whoop! What's it doing? It's getting very small, deliberately small, and then, whoa, very, very small, and it's like it's leaving. So this light that's slowed down is now moving fast, literally faster than it was. All characteristics, and look what appears over top, another one. And you can see the atmosphere around it, obviously interacting with our atmosphere more today than I've ever caught, because obviously I don't get them. Now, here I turn. This is another incident right after, 5 minutes after, and there's two UFOs, what looked like they are getting further away from one another or crossing paths. Obviously, I would have missed it. We're going to see it a bit closer up. So these happen a lot, and every time I film them, these lights do different things. There's different characteristics, but I noticed definitely the past few months actually that the UFOs are more of them around here, and they're, how can I say it, interacting maybe more with one another, meaning I'm seeing them cross paths a lot. And the most I've ever had in one shot was 5 UFOs crossing paths at the same time inside this very small screen. By the way, UFO camera is a smaller screen. Those who find things that are outside of the norm or not on the list that governments have even mentioned about, UFOs or whatnot, these are living organisms, I believe, and there's a strange, mysterious gas, fluorescent gas, coming off of this object as it fidgets around, much like a fish, and honestly, quite unevenly. Not that fast either, on the surface of the moon, underneath the hazes. So since there's nothing that characterizes this, and there's no field that covers this, it remains unknown. But honestly, those of you who want to come by here or have just arrived here to the channel, watch the gas come off this unknown, mysterious object. I don't have to know what it is for it to be interesting, I'll tell you that. And I'm not here telling you all that I know exactly what I'm filming. Probably nothing of anything I film is something we all know about. Everything's a mystery out there in space, but still, this is on the surface of the moon. So for whatever the reason, I'm being hacked, and I'm sharing that fact with you all. For me, it just applies more credibility to what I'm trying to do and to the findings and the channel. It's being suppressed. So those of you here, count yourself lucky to be able to see what's going on out there. What do you think this is? Is this a free energy system? It's a very taboo subject, a very taboo word. Are they free energy systems flying around? Is it government? Is it secret project? Is it alien? And like I said, we'll probably never know. But these are not common UFO sightings. They are very rare captures that are always hidden from everyone. And I'm lucky enough to have had these spiritual encounters, and that's why I want to share them with you all, right? There's only so much truth a person can share. I'm just being honest. This got a lot of slack in 2016, an image of Betelgeuse that I captured and that I put in a 3D program to make it swivel from left to right to give you the effect of a planet, because it's Betelgeuse. This object beside the moon, way back when I had an interview with WSO, there was a lot of hype about this object. But all these captures and all my techniques, and which by the way were all explained in the past, it faded out, and it's like there was no interest to it. It's not a hard luck story. It's actually a beautiful story. Those of you here looking at the channel, it's because you had the chance to take a glimpse of the truth. If this was in the news, it'd probably be shut down. So get this, I'm curious. So Rigel Star, I zoom in on Rigel Star and look what I see. I see that inside of the star they call Rigel, there's 5 other systems. And when I looked it up, yeah, there were 5 other systems. So they don't necessarily brag about things. It's not even that they're hiding it, but they just call Rigel a star. But a star can consist of many systems. I'm here because I wanted to see what the moon's surface looked like. I was able to see it. I was able to display it to a couple of you, and voila. I mean, that's the truth. What are the objects? I don't know, but there are definitely objects on the moon. This is so incredible. And imagine during the time that they're talking about this all over the world, Mars, not much the moon, but aliens and UFOs, you'd think there'd be more people seeing the channel. Thanks a lot for your support, everyone. Thanks for continuing to support this channel. The system doesn't have to take me down. They know, amongst ourselves, we will fight together.
Doesn't matter, cause disclosure's coming soon. Disclosure's coming soon.